Well, hello Internet. My name is Mary Brown, and I'm a member of the Electric City FFA in Montana. So FFA is an agricultural organization that helps develop career skills, leadership skills, and helps educate the general population. While you're a student in FFA, you are required to do something called an SAE project. SAE stands for Supervised Agricultural Experience. Now, I might live in Montana, but I don't live on a farm. So an agricultural experience such as raising cattle, raising pigs, working with crops, it's a little difficult for me. So I have decided that I was going to try to do an agricultural advocacy project. And I thought that since the internet is one of the biggest looked at sources for media, that I would use that. So, without further ado, this is my agricultural advocacy blog. Today, we are going to talk about the Montana State Convention that just happened, and it was really fun. I just got back from it a few hours ago, and it was long and kind of exhausting, but totally worth it. Basically, some things that you can see at a state convention are a bunch of competitions, a bunch of awards that people are going to win, a bunch of new experiences, people from different parts of the country or different parts of the world. You can go on tours, do workshops. It's a ton of fun. So, since I am part of the Electric City chapter, I'm going to talk about some of the contests that we competed in and then some of the awards that we ended up taking home. So, one of the competitions that FFA has to offer is something called agricultural sales. And this is something where you sell tractors or equipment or something like that to a customer. And there's individual sales processes, a team exercise, and a test, and it's super fun. But it's also super challenging and you have to work for it. And we sent a team to this competition, and the team overall ended up pulling 5th place, which was totally awesome. And I personally pulled a 10th place individual overall, which is an incredible score being that there were hundreds of people competing in the competition. So I was really happy with how I did. We also do a lot of public speaking in our chapter because a lot of our students come from places where there aren't farms, so it is hard for us to do things like livestock judge on a regular basis. So Katie Cutterba ended up pulling a 2nd in prepared public speaking, which is super awesome. Good job, Katie. We did a contest called National Chapter Award, and we got a silver in that, which is super cool. We didn't think we'd do that well, so we're very proud of it, and hopefully next year we'll shoot for gold. We had 9 state degree recipients. In FFA, you work hard for a ton of different degrees. Your discovery degree, to your green hand degree, to a chapter degree, to a state degree, and hopefully to an American degree. I will explain all of those in a later video, don't worry. But we had 9 state degree recipients, which is the highest degree that a state can award. So good job to the 9 of you. There's a competition called Agri-Science Fair, which is agricultural related science fair. I'm sure you could all work that out yourselves. And there are multiple divisions and parts of the contest. It's super crazy, super fun. Katrina Roberts got a 1st overall in the plant systems portion of the competition. So she has the chance to go represent nationals with her projects on the effects of different lights and how they work on plants. Samantha Morris got 1st overall in the social systems, and that was super amazing. Good job, Sam. She will also be hopefully representing us at National Convention. My partner Ben Call and I took a 1st place in our division for plant systems, so we have the chance to go to nationals as well. The big thing about science fair is you don't automatically get to go like most competitions. You can only go to nationals if you send in an application and get accepted to go. So we're all keeping our fingers crossed that that all works out. Again, Katrina Roberts pulled another placing, which is second in the state for being a chapter reporter. The reporter does a newsletter. They keep everybody up to date on what's going on. It's super fun, and she got second in the state, so we're super happy for her. Next, we did a Hall of Chapters display, which talks about different things to see in Montana and our chapter. And you enter the display in. Best display is the chapter that makes the display that goes to nationals to represent the state. So good job, you guys, on getting third. Chloe Williams, our chapter reporter, took third in her secretary book, which is an amazing accomplishment. It is a big book full of tons of records on our chapter from the previous year. It's got pictures, it's got accounts from the meetings, it's got committee reports. It's incredibly important. And so that's a super good title. Good job, guys. Next, some of the experiences we had. The workshops were all amazing. They were put on by different state officers from other states besides Montana. There was a dance workshop. It was super fun, super interesting, and lots of people had tons of fun. There was so much stuff to do. There were tours. I personally got to go on a tour of the Billings Gazette, which is the largest newspaper in Montana, and that was interesting. You got to see all of these people working super hard to collect information and write articles. So that was cool. So after convention was over, I asked a couple of people who were riding in the van on the way back, not on the bus, because I didn't have a chance to pull anybody and ask them what they thought of convention, if they thought it was fun, a couple of different things, a couple of different questions. So here are their responses. So, hey Chloe, what'd you think, how did you think convention went?
State convention was the bomb. It was great.
What was your favorite part?
Probably being a delegate.
Being a delegate?
Or seeing Andy Paul and getting to actually talk to him.
Could you explain for people who don't know who Andy Paul is, who he is?
Andy Paul is the 2014-2015 National FFA President from Georgia.
What'd you think of state convention? Vicky, get out of my shot.
I thought states was really good. I thought we learned a lot and just had a really good time.
Yeah? Would you suggest this to new members?
I would think so. I think it's a lot of fun. It's just like a really long weekend.
What was the best competition?
The best competition, I really liked Prepared because I did really well. But I thought Livestock was really cool too because the classes were so close, so it provided a really good challenge for lots of members.
Alrighty, cool. Thank you. Next, there were several shout-outs done by really impressive people. Here are two of them.
Shout out to Montana FFA.
Shout out to Montana FFA.
So, overall, state convention was a ton of fun. I suggest that any new members in FFA or anybody who's thinking about joining FFA attends this at least once. You will have your socks knocked off by the amazingness. You will have tons of fun, and you will make memories that will last you a lifetime. Okay, so this was my first video. I hope it went well. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because I'm trying to reach a goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of next year. So please help me reach my goal, and have a nice night. Bye! How'd you guys feel about state convention?